Hello there. Welcome back to grade 11 business studies. Today we want to look at a question paper that is our paper 2, and we are going to look at question paper of November 2023. So this question paper that we are going to look at question 1 of that question paper, and or we are obviously going to start on the section of the multiple choice. So let's not forget to subscribe and share to our channel. Let's share the link to our colleagues who are doing a business studies at grade 11. More typical examination questions are going to be uploaded on this channel. Let's stay notified. Let's turn on the notification button so that you get notified of new videos that are going to be uploaded. We can now go to our question section, whereby we are going to start with the multiple choice, and we are saying the question reads: various options are provided as possible answers to the following questions. Choose the answer and write only the letter A to D next to the question numbers. Then we're given 1.1.12, 1.1.5 in the answer book. We write it in the answer book, and then a presentation in terms of your answers is given. The year on how you are going to present in the answer book. Then on the first part, 1.1.1, A or N dash is a person who starts and manages his or her own business. But basically, we know that that is an entrepreneur that starts his or her own business. And we've got an entrepreneur there at C. So this is what we have. Then our next question: Prince and Queen Adonis are jointly and severally liable for the deaths of the business. This form of ownership is known as. So we know that when you are jointly liable, it means all of you that are there in the business, you are liable to the debts of the business. So we can only have such a scenario when we are having a partnership. Remember, a partnership, we are having two or more people that have joined together to operate a business, and obviously they would be jointly liable to the debts of the business. So to the debts of that partnership. So we've got partnership at B indicating our explanation there. Then I will go to 1.1.3, which says A or M dash plan is a written document which gives a comprehensive overview of a proposed business. So basically, the moment that we have a statement that it is a proposed business, that we know that it is a business plan. We know that a business plan is a document that details a company's goals and how it plans to achieve them. So when we have a document that is going to give us information of how what are the company's goals and how it plans to achieve them, obviously it becomes a plan. It's something that is set for the future period to come, which applies to established. It might be an established business, or it might be a startup business, which means there's business that is starting to operate. So a business plan is the correct response that we have there on 1.1.3. Then we go to the next question, which is now 1.1.4, which reads, businesses use dash thinking when applying old thinking patterns to new situations. So we've got routine, creative, divergent, and critical. So we've got only near responses to the explanation that we are given. We've got routine and creative, but creative, it will be not old thinking, it will be new thinking. So it means routine is the correct that we have there. That routine thinking is a series of steps that help guide and support a person's thinking process. So when you have a series of steps that's going to guide you to in your thinking process, we call it routine thinking. And we'll see that these comes also, they are often short or memorable and easy to learn. So we are using what we have been experiencing before to apply to new situations. So this is what we have in terms of routine thinking. So we have A is the correct response that we have there. Then moving on, we can just maybe try to make our indication very specific. Right, we've got A as the correct answer. Then 1.1.5 reads, Moose Enterprise did not declare all their income to the South Africa Revenue Services. This is an example of a debt decision. So we've got good, moral, bad, and right. Obviously, it's going to be a bad decision. Remember, there are legal implications of tax evasion. Remember, this is what Moose Enterprise is doing, is avoiding tax. So basically, it's tax evasion, which is illegal it has legal consequences. So it's a bad decision. So you've got C as the correct answer. Then moving on to the next question, I would say that we would now go to the second section, whereby we are having words that we are supposed to match with explanations that we are given below. Complete the following statements by using the words provided in the list below. Write only the word or words next to the question numbers, that is 1.2.1, 1.2.1 to 1.2.5 in the answer book. We are given a retrenchment, a problem solving, line graph, limited liability, a bar graph, communication, a limited liability, a decision making, ethics, and affirmative action. So these are the words that are going to pick to fit in the missing words that we have in the sentence given below. So 1.2.1, it says Conga Traders are private limited will only lose the amount of money invested in the business, and this refers to, and we know that when we have such a scenario, it's called it limited liability. It means the owner is not going to lose personal assets to the death of the business. So basically, we are saying limited liability is a legal structure that limits the financial risk of owners and investors. So basically, that's what we have. So it limits the financial risk of owners and investors to the amount of money they have invested in a business. So I would see that it also protects personal assets of the owner from the business debts and liabilities. So this is the explanation of limited liability, which actually matches what we have there. So what we are saying is 1.2.1. We are saying a limited liability. We are saying limited liability. So moving on to the next question, it reads, Tando Enterprises used a series of vertical rectangles known as a dash to display a set of sales figures. So vertical rectangles, remember, they will be looking like this. These are vertical rectangles. So we have got a series of them. Obviously, when you have such, we are going to have a bar graph. This is a clear presentation of a bar graph. So we have got the bar graph being the correct response that we have on 1.2.2. So we are saying 1.2.2. We are using the bar graph. So this is what we have. Then we go to the next question, which is saying the process of finding solution to difficult issues refers to, obviously, according to the responses, you'll see that problem solving become the correct response, problem solving. And we know that problem solving is the process of finding solutions to difficult or complex issues. So exactly, we have that as a response. 1.2.3, we are saying problem solving. Problem solving, and then we can try to see in terms of the next question that we have is saying, the code of dash outlines the mission and the values of the business or organization. The code of dash outlines the mission and the values of the business or organization. So you see, according to the response that we have, the most appropriate that we have there is ethics. We are saying ethics, but we know that explanation on ethics is that ethics will guide them as moral principles that govern a person's behavior. So basically, we are saying if there are moral principles, it's a guide in terms of what is right or wrong, the way that you behave yourself. So those are the explanation, a clear explanation on ethics. So 1.2.4, we are saying the code of ethics outlines the mission and values of the business or organization. So 1.2.4, we have got ethics. Then we try to move on to the next part of the question. We are saying perfect consultants terminates all employment contracts of its employees for operation reasons. This is known as we are seeing that there's an element of terminating all employment contract. In other words, our workers are being stopped to come to work. So we go there and see the most appropriate one, and we are seeing retrenchment. Retrenchment also falls under that. And since we know that retrenchment is the terminating, generally we are saying terminating an employee due to many reasons. An employee's contract are due to many reasons. For example, we might terminate the employee's contract. Maybe there is surplus of labor at our workplace, or it can be incapacity of the employee to match the performance of standards of our company. It can also be that reason, or it can be just the general aspect of general increase in the cost of operation. Operational costs are going up, and then as the business cannot sustain those high operational costs, be it cost of production, they are too high. So they are trying to cut costs by reducing the proportionate expenses being paid to workers as wages and salaries. So this is what we have. So we're saying retrenchment is 1.2.5. So we are having here 1.2.5, and we are saying retrenchments. So this is what we have on this part. And then obviously we have another section that we want to look at is 1.3. And it reads, choose a description from column B that matches a term in column A. Write only the letter A to J next to the question numbers at 1.3.1 to 1.3.5 if answerable. For example, we're given how to present it. We've got column A, we've got column B. So the first one, we have got royalties. And we are looking at the response that we have in column B. And we can go down, try to see which one is the perfect fit there. We go. And we see that we have got D, which is saying payments made to the franchisor based on the turnover of the business. Basically, it's what we call royalties. So we have a D. And we've got timelines. I will check again in terms of timelines. We have got E, which is saying planning tool that indicates dates and sequence. We have E is the correct response that we have there. So going on, now we also have memorandum of incorporation. So you know that this is a document that is usually given to a company, and it serves as the usually as the constitution of a business. So you've got memorandum of incorporation, and it's usually it's supposed to be issued at the beginning when the business is starting to operate. So we go there and try to see in terms of which one is matching that. Memorandum of incorporation is 1.3.3. We have got documents serves as a constitution of a business. We've got A. So that's the correct response. Then I've got globalization, and globalization, we know that this is basically the interaction of our domestic economy, of our local economy with other economies. And it's described within the context of the interaction that transpires between nations worldwide. So, for example, we have got our country, in particular, we're talking about South Africa, interacting with maybe Western countries, and that through international trade, that is also globalization. So, looking at the responses that we have, also, we want to see which is the most appropriate one. We can just go down. We what J saying businesses are able to trade in different countries. Basically, remember we're saying international trade is also part of globalization. So we've got J. Is correct response. We've got conventional solution. Conventional solution also, and we know that a conventional solution is a system. It's a system or a method that follows established norms, practices, or standards. So if you are following established norms, practices, or standards, and we call that a conventional solution. Obviously, we are following them to solve a certain situation. So it becomes a conventional solution. So according to the responses again that we have, we try to find a fit there according to the questions the responses on column B that we have. So we go to H. We try to see H if it can be a fit, which is saying obtained through logical, analytical, problem-solving methods. H is saying obtained through logical, analytical, problem-solving methods, which is the most appropriate according to the responses that we have there. Which is H. So I will put H there on conventional solutions. So this is what we have, guys, according to this video. Let's not forget to subscribe and share. Let's not forget to share the link to our colleagues who are doing grade 11 business studies. More typical examination questions are going to be uploaded on this channel. Let's stay tuned. Let's turn on the notification button so that when you get when we have new uploads, you get notified and to enhance your revision towards the exam. As for this video, I'm signing out. Let's meet again in the next video.